Anji, what is sadhana?
You know, this entire universe has come out of the Supreme Consciousness. The Supreme Consciousness is unborn. It is self-existent and self-made. It is not born. It was ever there. This is the subtlest entity in the whole universe. This universe, the space in which he feels in completeness, is infinite. So that consciousness is also infinite. It was perhaps a day when Parampurusha felt himself all alone. He was the only entity, along with his immanent energy or force known as Prakriti or Maya. Out of that self, he created this universe. He was only one. Eko ham dutyo nasti. I am only one and there is no second entity equal to me. And the second entity with him was Prakriti. Prakriti also is unborn, self-existent, and it is attached to this Supreme Consciousness just like the two pages of a paper. You cannot separate page 1 from the page 2. Their relation is like this. But this Prakriti is not a dominant force. The dominant force is Supreme Consciousness. It is called in Sanskrit Parampurusha or Shiva, Purushottama, etc. When he made this universe, he involved himself into it. He became the stuff. And the energy which he has as an imminent part of his life, Prakriti one day influenced Parampurusha and gave rise to a crude part of Parampurusha. And that was I. I was the first creation. This I was the eye of the Lord. This Prakriti has three characteristics. The first characteristic is Sattva Guna, sentient principle. Second is Rajoguna, mutative principle. And third is Tamoguna, static principle. This Prakriti influenced this subtlest entity in three ways. The first way was Satoguna to influence this subtlest entity and gave rise to one entity known as I. This Supreme Consciousness first on the first instant knew that he existed in the form of I. I exist. This I is a little cruder than the consciousness himself or Shiva himself. Shiva is the subtlest entity. The subtlety beyond this can only be nothingness.
That's Nirguna Brahma, I guess.
But if something is there, it can never be nothing. Therefore, consciousness is the first entity which gave rise to this universe, and it is a long philosophy to explain how this whole universe came into being, but you understand it that the root cause of universe is only He. Therefore, He is present in every particle of this material universe.
And one question, when you say he, I guess you don't mean regular masculine, because you could also say she or it.
We can call it that.
That.
That has no gender. He has no gender.
Why do we always say he? Because you always say his, he. You usually use the masculine gender.
No, there is a custom or there is a system in our society. Let us take the case of society. Sun is neither male nor female, but it is addressed as he. And moon is neither a male or female, but it is called she. So it is the way of human beings to express themselves. So we also express him because he is most powerful. The most powerful is he. And a delicate power is she. That's all.
I see.
He is neither he nor she.
Now the original question was, what is sadhana? You explained how the universe was created.
This universe came into being as the crudest form of that subtlest entity. Now this subtle entity is there. Since it is infinite, it is present everywhere. And within that subtle entity has this crude universe also formed. So it is a mix of the two. Both Shiva, Shakti and this material universe, they are one. It is under the influence of the force of Prakriti that this universe came into being. Now it had attained the highest crudity in the form of solid factor.
And all of that was the wish of Parampurusha, I guess, because Shiva was kind of bored, you could say. He wanted to have some entertainment, some interesting things going on, so he allowed Prakriti to enter the consciousness.
Certainly.
He released the density of his own solid.
No, the Prakriti started from the beginning. Mind was formed first. Mind has three parts. I feeling. Second is I do feeling. I can do. What can I do? I can create. I can maintain, and I can dissolve or destroy. This was the second part. It was created by Rajoguna of Prakriti. Then the third part came Tamoguna. Tamoguna actually removed the whole consciousness. And it became, when Rajoguna created waves in the Parampurusha, the ideas came into being. What is idea? Idea is a thought. This thought accumulated and it was received by the part created by Tamoguna. All those ideas came there. This became this part of the consciousness became crudest form. It took the crudest form. Thus, this crudest form, this I feeling, this I do feeling, then this third part is I done feeling. This creation was called mind. The creation of these three things, I do, I am done. This is called cosmic mind. Now the mind in itself is nothing but a thought process. This was the mind of the cosmos or cosmic entity. Cosmic entity means the Lord. The Lord created mind for him first. Then came 5 fundamental factors into being by the action of Tamoguna. Tamoguna contained all those ideas together and further sent them forward in the form of matter. The first matter which was formed by Tamoguna was ethereal factor. Ether. Ether is as subtle as Chit or this Tamoguna part. Then out of Chit came aerial factor, Vayu or aerial factor. The first creation was hydrogen. Then second, from hydrogen came helium. The process of hydrogen conversion into helium caused the creation of the sun. Heat and light. It is huge amount, infinite amount. After that came a liquid factor. And the fifth was solid factor. This became the material world. Now, when the pressure of Prakriti or Tamoguna increased on this matter was solid. Then the pressure, when you know if pressure is applied on hardest of the things, then they break into pieces. So this pressure of Tamoguna on this hard matter, it crushed into smaller particles, then became say dust, and out of the dust again the life came. The life has 3 factors, very important factors to be a living being. Number 1, out of solid factor there was a body formation. This body formation was further subtlified, and it came to the standard of the mind, of the cosmic mind. Then a small part was converted into small mind. That is called unit mind. Thus unit mind resides always in the physical body. And then the further physical body, mind cannot work without the witness-ship. This cosmic entity, which we call consciousness, is spread all over the universe. It is infinite, present everywhere. It looks on every particle of this structure universe. It looks and makes it to act.
How can I see it? How can I see it? Where is the consciousness? How can I feel it here?
Consciousness is invisible. It cannot be seen by our 5 senses. Our senses are only 5. They can only feel. 5 material waves. Everything is wave. This matter is wave. A wave is coming from that point, touching our retina, goes to the brain, therefrom goes it to the neurons of the brain, and from there our mind is also there, situated inside our brain. That mind is very subtle. You consider it as a mirror. This wave takes shape in that mirror. We don't see it outside. Because if you close your eye, all is gone. But when you open your eye is the gate. It allows these waves of all this matter, visible matter, to enter the brain. And then a reflection of this universe is formed inside your mind. And you see the mind. Your mind is seeing the soul. And there are only 5 organs to see these 5 material world. Ethereal factor, it contains only sound tanmatra or sound wave. Sound wave is heard by our ear. Then comes the aerial factor. Air factor is only observed by touch. So when the air touches our physical skin, we feel that air is there. Then the sun. Sun has a 3 tanmatras or 3 inferences, say 3 type of wave. One is touch wave, one is sound wave, one is shape formation, shape. We cannot see shape without the existence of sun. Then comes the liquid factor. Liquid factor, I'm not going too much into detail because that will become a little cumbersome. But then the liquid factor. Liquid factor has only taste. Taste, tanmatra in Sanskrit, and inference in English. So there are 5 tanmatras. One is sound, the other is touch, other is shape, that is light, heat and light, and then there is liquid. Liquid, there is taste. It contains taste, tanmatra, and then solid factor, it has smell, tanmatra. So tanmatra means wave. So these waves are emanating from this whole universe, and your 5 organs are understanding what this universe is. But it cannot go into mind. Mind is subtler, and there is no organ for knowing the mind. Similarly, there is no organ for knowing the consciousness.
So how can you prove that consciousness even exists?
Only by reason and logic. You have to apply reason and logic.
Okay, what's the shortest proof? What's the shortest logical proof for the existence of consciousness?
Out of something comes something. Out of nothing comes nothing.
Well, you said earlier that Shiv, pure consciousness, is unborn. So
Unborn.
it came out of nothing.
No.
It came from
No,
nowhere.
no.
It has always
No,
been
no.
there.
It is self-existent. You can say it was nothing, but it was something. Why? Why was it something? Because the universe which we see as human beings, it has come out of something. And it has come out of that something which existed. Nothingness is nothing. Out of nothing, nothing will come. Had there been nothingness, then this universe would not have come into being. This is logical.
But what's not logical is that Parampurusha is nothing and something. That is a contradiction.
Param Purusha is something and he alone exists. Nothing doesn't exist. Nothing is a misnomer. Understand?
Okay.
There was something and that was Param Purusha, that was consciousness. That is eternal. That is neither born nor will it die.
Okay.
Because the law of science is law of indestructibility. There is nothing which can be created by a human being, and there is nothing which can be destroyed by the human being. So, consciousness is only existent, and this entire creation is out of consciousness. Then you can very easily say that every particle of this universe is only consciousness. Number one. Now, there is a reverse journey. The immanent force of Parampurusha is called Prakriti. When Prakriti creates something, it is known as Maya. So the universe is a creation of Maya. Maya is everywhere. Maya created 5 fundamental matter, and the last matter is solid factor. Then it tried to make something more but could not. When it applied the pressure on this material body, it broke into pieces, and again it returned towards the subtlety. Now the evolution of life, that is a scientific fact. We don't go into it now. The last, the last creation of the evolution is human being. Human being has a developed consciousness. No other animal, no other living being is as developed in consciousness as human being. So human mind is developed, human consciousness is developed, and now human is on the path of return to the original state. In the natural way, the speed is very slow, very slow. It may take millions of years to change from one existence to another existence. What is sadhana now? For sadhana, a developed personality is required to make human beings aware of himself. And that personality is cosmic mind himself. Cosmic mind is called God. He is fully conscious. He knows how he has created in this universe. He knows how we will dissolve this universe back into himself. Then he takes the human form and comes among the human beings in the form of human beings. Then human beings say that this entity has some powers, more powers than we have. Then they consider him as God. And he has certain powers which he expresses in his life, and the people observe it. And they cannot match that force. When the force is matchless, they simply are bound to say he is a powerful entity in this universe. He is God. So God has created this universe. It is under his control, that is he returning back to the consciousness again.
Will
But in a natural way, it will take billions of years again to go back. So that entity himself comes in the form of Ishvara, in the form of God, and in the form of Guru. He assumes two states, Guru and God. God is merciful, God is all loving, God is love incarnate. He always loves his creation, every particle. But Guru, he also is the same entity. He has all these attributes, but he has got a power also. He guides human beings to go back. And he prepares certain code for the human beings. And he also constructs a process how to speed up the evolution. We have completed physical evolution, we have completed mental evolution, but mental evolution is yet to meet its completion. Physical body will go on in changing as long as physical body, because physical body will never remain alive. But mental body will not die. Along with the mental body, there is soul. Soul is a witnessing entity of the mind. Without witnessing entity, nothing can move. So God himself, or the consciousness himself, is witnessing entity. I of the cosmic mind is the witnessing entity. You understand? Now, when he takes birth in the human form, he becomes a guide of the people. He has everything ready-made. The sadhana is nothing but a process of accelerating the backward journey, speed up backward journey. That is called sadhana. And it has many processes which human beings have to take up and act on them. As the guide says, guide means Guru. If you fail, you will remain here. If you succeed, you will arrive near to him in the conscious form. And when your consciousness is complete, you will merge into him. The merger into him is called moksha. Then the difficulties, the distresses you have observed in this life, they will come to an end. It is this purpose of the Lord, to relieve human beings as his children from the distress and pain of this universe. In order to relieve human beings from that pain, which is really observed by everybody on this earth, there is no exaggeration in this. Some people are suffering starvation, some are suffering diseases, some are suffering serious type of difficulties, and some are no doubt enjoying. Why that is so, that is a different science that we can discuss on the other time.
Yeah.
But the sadhana was invented by Lord Sadashiva 7,000 years ago, and that process is going on. Then the same Sadashiva came in the form of Lord Krishna. He also enhanced the same process, and that Lord is not under the bondage of Prakriti, but he has himself put him into bondage, and he comes, he does his job, and then goes back. And we people have to follow that system of sadhana very strictly. If we do it, we shall certainly attain that status where from we have come. That status is status of blissfulness, status of all-knowingness, status of um, complete redemption from the miseries of this human life.
Will the entire creation return back, or will the circle go on forever?
Those who do sadhana, they have actually got the grace of that universal Father. They are on the right track, and this track will continue as long as you are back into Him. Let there be next life, let there be another life, let there be another life. But the end of this life will be there. You have taken the sadhana today. It is sadhana created by the Lord Himself. Therefore, He will never leave you until and unless you are absorbed by Him in His body. Then those people who are away from the sadhana, they by and by they will also come on the same path.
After some time, they will also come
Certainly,
back.
they will come in this cycle, and in this cycle, tangential force will take them into the original body.
But why has Parampurusha designed it like that? That everything comes back. Why can it not be forever on the tangent? Why can it not just stay separate forever?
You know, everything which you construct, you don't want to destroy it. Only a portion of it will get destroyed by itself. So that destroyed portion must go back into its original. Though this question of yours, if you repeat it once more, I may understanding.
You said that Parampurusha has created the universe.
Yes.
And
Now
everything will come back to Parampurusha. Everything
certainly.
eventually will come back.
Yes.
I wonder why Parampurusha has designed it that way.
Oh, that's a wonderful story. You know, Parampurusha was all alone. It is said. Who said? There was none to see and none to hear. Parampurusha himself said, Eko ham dutyo nasti. I am only one, and there is no one second to me. Then Prakriti is there. The Prakriti is not as powerful as Parampurusha. He is omnipotent. Why he created this universe? A play toy for himself to enjoy. And the Prakriti and Parampurusha, they created this universe. Now they are playing in this universe. They are enjoying. They are enjoying. But the people say, you are enjoying, but we are suffering. The actual answer for this is that your doings, your actions are such that you have to suffer the consequences of your action. Just as he is also suffering. Lord says, I am suffering, not you, because I am you. The pain you suffer, Lord suffers more than that. But He is all powerful, so His suffering is under His control. But when we are suffering, we are weak, so we say, hi. Understand? It is His play, and He will go on playing. Whenever somebody says that we are suffering because of you, He says, I am suffering, not you.
Do you think this play will go on forever, or will it come to an end?
Yes, Certainly, a day will come when this whole universe will finish.
Finish, because
But
the
it
cycle
will
is
take
complete.
infinite time, infinite time.
One last question, Nanaji.
Suppose that you escape this world. You are happy. You will never come back. If I escape, I will never come. If that gentleman, he escapes, he will never come back. But the process of creation is there. That will go on. Why to care for it? We should enjoy the advent of such a great personality as Shri Shri Anand Murti ji. We should enjoy him. We will go back. That should be our hope. That should be our conviction. You will certainly enjoy. This time the Guru says, I want that you should finish your job on this, in this universe in one life only. And he will do it. And he has given you a command which some people resist, that we don't want to obey your command. But you are bound to do it because you are under him. Isn't it? So he has given the command. Those who perform sadhana twice, if you do it twice a day regularly, the thought of Parampur should certainly arise in their minds at the time of death. The whatever thought you get at the time of death, you will be converted into that. No, no discrimination. Only that you should do this sadhana, because sadhana will certainly make you friend of the Supreme Consciousness, and you will never forget him. But if you once forget, you will lose the opportunity of getting into him, absorbing yourself into him. That's why you have to do only two times sadhana, but you have to do sincerely, you have to do regularly, you have to keep that supreme entity in your mind ever with love and affection. You must take care of him as your father or mother.
When you do sincere sadhana, every day, and you do all the other supportive practices, you do all the other duties, there is not so much time and so much energy left anymore to do amazing things in the world.
Look here. If you have time to eat food twice, thrice, sometimes 4 times, and there are many who are always eating and eating continuously. If you have that time, why don't you utilize a part of that time? Because eating is not your job. Your job is simply to maintain the body in perfect order. That's good. We have to eat. That is our duty. So we have to eat this also. Sadhana, we have to eat sadhana also, because that is our duty.
I guess main duty is sadhana. That's what the Lord is saying. The Lord is saying, you should come back to me, and here's a way to come back. That's your main dharma. So my question is, how much should we want to also achieve big things in life, in our worldly life? In our spiritual life, we want to achieve a big thing, yeah? In our spiritual life, we have a big goal now of reaching Parampurusha, okay? We want to go back to consciousness. That is a big goal. That will take a lot of our mental bandwidth. It will take a lot of practice. It will take many, many years. So do you think we should have the same fervor, the same drive, the same motivation to also reach some big goals in our career, in our family life, in our health? Should we have a lot of that need and that passion to go to big goals in our life as well?
I tell you one thing, very, very simple thing. You are engaged with this universe headlong. You need not. You need not. Whatsoever you require, You only earn that. You don't think of the future, don't think of the past. You understand?
But every man, he wants to be great. He wants to do more than just what is required.
There is no greatness more than what you achieve after sadhana. Sadhana gives you the highest position. What is that position? Freedom from all pain, number one, and blissfulness. Beyond that, happiness. Beyond that. So your sadhana will give you something more than not to do sadhana.
Then there's no need to get a higher education. There's no need to get best grades in school.
Look here.
We can just do the pass. We can just do passing the exams.
What
and then
is
it's
consciousness? Consciousness is complete knowledge, complete blissfulness, complete so many attributes which are invisible, which you cannot feel, which you cannot realize by thinking. But the sadhana process will bring them near you when you are following the rules of life. The rule of life is to do good to others. You are not to think of yourself. And even in sadhana, you have not to think of attaining anything. You have simply to think, I have to do sadhana twice a day. The thought of purpose will certainly arise in my mind at the time of death. Who will make this his thought arise? He himself will do, because he has promised you that you do sadhana twice regularly, your your promotion is guaranteed. It is guaranteed. We should not think now. There are so many other ways, so many other people are preaching this spirituality, but they are completely putting the people on disarray. They are putting on different paths, showing different paths. This one path, singular path, to go to him is very simple. He says, you depend upon me, that's all. Khatam.
One last question. You spoke about the suffering of human life. You said that humans suffer a lot. You are 100 years old now and you don't look like someone who's suffering a lot. What is your biggest suffering? What was your biggest suffering in life?
Look here, my life is, I'm sure, not disrupted in the past. Maybe I am continuing slowly and steadily. My sadhana is going on since long, and but you know, the nature has graced everybody with forgetfulness. If we remember the past, we may feel our life may be that of a dog or a beach or what we call a lower life. If we remember that, we shall go into that. We will be always thinking, oh, what I had done. But that's why the God says, forgetfulness is the grace of the Lord. You don't remember your past. Now you remember your future. What you have to do, you have to go into the future. In the future, you have not to go down. And that is done by following principles of sadhana. Yam and niyam, good thought, good actions. Good actions will satisfy your mind. And you are bound to reach that, maybe in this very life.
So you're saying you kind of forgot your suffering.
Huh?
You have forgotten your suffering in life.
I don't have suffered too much this.
Not
even
too much.
This. Of course, suffering is there, no doubt. In the life, everybody suffers.
Let's talk about it for one moment. What was your biggest suffering? Your biggest problem?
I don't remember. I have suffered a lot. As long as my memory goes. In the young age, in the childhood, I was suffering diseases, small diseases, just as children suffer. But these days, children do not suffer because the environment has advanced. Environment has advanced a lot. Medical care has advanced a lot. Now there is less suffering than in our times. Even today, your laboring masses, they are suffering. For instance, the farmer, he is suffering. He has to do work. He has to rise in the morning. He has to do work in the field all the day. Then tired enough. But since this society is advancing forward, the depression or the pressure of suffering is a little milder than before than in the past. So this will go on. Your suffering might elevate in the future. You know, today how many facilities we have received by the advancement of science. You are talking to your nana, nanihal, or your mother's parental villages on your telephone. You are seeing him. Isn't it a facility? So the pain of meeting them has completely gone. So the society is advancing, and our life is becoming more comfortable than the suffering. Of course we suffered. I suffered the disease of my wife. I suffered my father died in a fire. I did suffer. But these are temporary things. This suffering of death and birth is very temporary. So this world is going on. So we should not. Today, Baba says, if you are suffering, you should be happy. Because your old sanskaras, your old reactions of actions, they are getting exhausted. Until and unless those are exhausted, you will have to come back to life again, to suffer those, experience those sanskaras. You understand? So, pain or suffering is a grace of the Lord. We should do it. We should face it. If you face it like that, you are Veer. Veer means a brave man. Everybody should face. The more we face, more we shall be relieved from this universal suffering. You understand now? Achha, one thing is very important which I have to speak. We do action. Action is bound to create reaction. That reaction remains in the human mind permanently. And that we have to experience in the second life. Sometimes, if circumstances are such that we face them even in this life, so facing the reactions of the actions of our action is a natural process, and we must suffer. We must suffer. If we do bad actions, our suffering is very cruel. It is intolerable. If we do good actions, if we serve others, remove their pains, help them in removing their suffering, you will enjoy. you will, the reactions will be there, but they will be good reactions. The next life, if you come, you will face no disease, you will face no disorderly life. So these actions we have to do, change our way of actions. We have to do good actions, and suffering of the good action is good, not painful, comfortable. So your one life is, and if you do this sadhana in that life, your bondage freedom is guaranteed.
Perfect. Great, Naji. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.